Right. Yeah, everything's coming back up. Sorry, everyone. Give me a moment to relaunch.
You're
You're fine.
good. Take your
Everything.
time.
Water
Where are we
crazy.
gonna go?
No. Pull my monsters back up.
You have monsters left?
I mean, there's still some scattering around somewhere out there.
Okay.
Okay.
I like how the fireball sticker has just been left on the map off to the side. Like we'll probably use this again,
I mean,
but before we're done.
you never know.
I
Don't play
absolutely
like
would have
you.
if I wasn't out of third level spells.
Don't play like you don't keep one hidden
Oh,
on the Sunday night map.
doesn't Reverie have a pearl power or a spell scoring ring? One or the other.
She does have a ring of spell storing,
Trouble.
and it has one ice knife in it.
Okay.
You
Oh, look, another knife.
we've been on this cruise for days, and we'll have days more. You've got some time to store up some bigger goodies in there, my friend.
I
Oh,
will
yeah.
take advantage of that. Thank you for the reminder.
All right, I am back up and running. The
Hey!
Woo!
last thing I had was that Professor put up the Hunger of Hadar. He was perching on the immovable rod, and he was going to say something back to the cleric as these tentacles came up.
Ask for mercy. And that's it.
As the spell goes up, you kind of get the sense that he didn't even really hear what you said over all of the noise and the the slurping sounds and everything that comes along with the Hunger of Hadar spell. Quite terrifying, actually. You just kind of hear a bit, kind of a wailing coming from inside the spell. Those folk frozen in place. Brings us back to Jade.
Jade's gonna fly up to Professor. And she's going to touch his arm and cast Cure Wounds.
Ooh, it tickles.
And she's just going to like lay her hand against his arm while they both like float there and just watch that space to see if that guy comes out. And she's just gonna say, "Don't let him get away."
He just nods.
That is all I can do. So that is my turn.
Alrighty. Reverie, you're up.
Take your 12 HP, Professor, if you didn't.
I did.
Whoop.
What is that symbol on him again?
That could probably go away. He was under the compulsion of the command spell. He basically wasted his turn doing nothing.
You know what? I like where I'm at. If anybody tries to attack me, grab me, capture me, I don't like them, etc. I'm going to magic missile them. I'm holding an action.
Alright. To the Corvus. But the Corvus currently does not have any targets.
That's fine. Corvus put in work. They can take a break.
Puts us to Nark.
Need more cannonballs.
Nariko is going to cast Vortex Warp. So I can go. Meow.
Such a good spell.
Is so good. It uses your whole action. That's the one downside. But
Mhm.
Can you target yourself with it?
so you magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. Hmm. I suppose it depends on if you want to get into semantics on.
I like the idea of moving yourself. I had never even considered moving. So.
I mean, you are a creature you can see.
It does specify another
Saying.
creature you can see, but
It does say
why?
another creature.
That's right, guys.
Say yes, say yes, say yes.
You're gonna give multiple people
Teleport.
ways to teleport around the battlefield.
Yeah, it says another. I don't think you'll be able to target yourself with it.
Damn it.
That's it. Okay. Also, I'm gonna drop concentration on those tech thoughts. I don't think that's needed right now.
That guy
Okay.
I'm dead.
So in that case, instead I will do the boring thing and use a combination of my dash action and the ludicrous swim speed
I'm
to get
ludicrous
myself
speed.
back up onto the ship.
On the plus side, you still have your action.
Plus, I still what?
On the plus side, you still have your action, unless you dash.
No, I don't, because
Dash.
yeah, because like the swim speed will be enough to probably like get me to the ship, but I'm definitely probably gonna need to dash in order to like climb my way back up
Yeah, I gotcha.
on top of that. Plus, also, I got this fucking guy toss the dead body of Captain Whitclaw onto the deck. It was going to be way more fun if Naruto just appeared in like a burst of seawater and was up the
Just
That's
dragging,
okay. We don't have to do it the cool way.
just dragging a dead body.
Instead, she appears like she appeared the first time and swings herself up onto the deck, carrying a dead body, and throws him dramatically down, still carrying her gun in the other hand, looking
Just like
for other
in
targets.
disgust. Just throws him down in disgust. Like,
Not even just disgust, but just like, here, you handle this for now, whilst I
just
take care of more important matters.
Some poor deckhand is now just grabbing the mop to deal with the inky blood that's now staining my floorboards.
I'm not going to complain, though.
But and the duck is gone. The eastern or the southern side, the water's full of a lot of tentacles, but those are probably fine. Only one idiot left. Bonus action, command RB. RB's going to come over, and RB is going to attempt a grapple.
Okay.
So the lizard man may oppose with either athletics or acrobatics.
Let's see. Has a better bonus to athletics, so we're gonna use that. Rolls a 15 to resist.
Hold on. +2 plus PV. Okay, so that's actually +5. Good. That is a 17.
The lizard folk is grappled.
That's it for Naruto turn.
Yuki.
alright. I don't know. I feel kind of savage just beating the crap out of this guy while RB's holding him. Do we want to like question him or anything? Or do we just want him dead?
Doesn't hurt to question him. You want to question him.
I thought we were gonna keep him for questioning.
Okay. Can Yuki come over, and while Arby has him grappled, can I like use my action to like tie his ass up
Yeah.
so that he can't get out of a grapple?
Yeah.
That'd be like use an object action.
Yeah. There's got to be a check though to see how well you can tie that knot.
Kept tying knots.
Um, just give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Plus 5. That is an 11. So 16.
So you tie this. You tie him up in your rope to try to restrain him there. Actually, make that sleight of hand with advantage since Arby has a grapple.
Okay. Nah, that's only a 7.
Yeah.
So
So
that's not going to cut it.
with Arby grappled, you kind of tie this guy up.
Cool. That is
Bonus
good. Nah. No.
Nah.
Nah. We're just gonna chill here and make sure he doesn't GTFO.
All right. Right. Our cleric friend has to make a save. He's got to make it at the start of his turn. Oh, just takes the cold damage. Never mind. Professor, roll me 2d6. Beautiful. Takes the cold damage. It's going to try to get out of this and cast a Dispel Magic. This is a 3rd level. So with a Dispel Magic, poof, it goes away.
Hold on. I've got a counter spell in here somewhere.
Don't you have to see them
You
to
have
counterspell though?
Yeah, you have
Oh
to,
yeah.
Yeah, you have to be able to see them, and the way this the spell is, they're basically in complete darkness that not even magical sight can
It's
see.
like magical. Yeah.
So unfortunately, not able to counterspell the Dispel Magic. But it does take his action to do that.
He also would still have taken some damage at the beginning of his turn.
I already took that.
Cool.
That's why that was.
So you got some of
2d6.
it.
Yeah, so that was the 2d6. Does he have any bonus actions? I don't think so. No. So I think this cleric is going to try to dive under the water, try to get away from you. Brings us to Red.
Hmm. Looks like we've got most things wrapped up here. Ren is going to trot over and he's gonna eyeball the fishy guy again and say very firmly, "Sit."
As he is grappled by Arby, tied up by Yuki, he plops his ass down on the deck.
Yeah, he does.
Goddamn right he does.
You are a good fish man. And turn.
Professor.
As this guy drops, like dispels this spell and drops into the water, the professor's face, for probably the first time, just grows angry, furrows his brows like that. He's about to say fucker, looks at Jay, it stops, and just drops into the water. Can I see him?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Actually, what's your passive?
My passive perception is 16.
Yeah, you can see him. He
How far away?
is currently, so I'll put him back on the map. Actually, that's where he's at, under the water.
Right there. I'm going to try and vortex warp that bitch onto the boat.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh dear. Yeah, alright. So he's gotta make a con save. Where's my guy? There he is. Con save. Where on the deck would you like to put him?
Right there.
Right on the inside, Arby.
Right into the blender.
Got it.
Pops his head back up above the waves and looks up at Jade and just sort of holds a thumbs up up to her from the water and just sort of, with difficulty, climbs his way out of the water and back up into the air to where he was. And that's it.
Okay.
I think with this person like appearing behind Yuki, she's just gonna turn and hiss. Fuck.
Yeah, the Lizvoke takes its action to plop its ass on the ground. Brings us to Jade.
Jade's going to pat Professor on the arm again, and she says, "Good job. I won't let him get away either." And she's going to fly herself. So as she's coming, just this looming circle of darkness and twilight just slowly encompasses all of them. And for her friends, it's very comforting. But I imagine for anyone who's not used to it, it's very ominous and cold. And she is going to see that there's two of them left. Reverie's not on the deck. She's hiding like she should be. And yeah, and she's going to drop her spirit guardians.
Alright.
So that's a 15-foot thing. I'll hold that so that they don't run away. Both of them are my enemies.
Alright. You got Spirit Guardians. Anything else for you, Jade?
That's it. She's just floating above the deck, just staring at them.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay. Ooh. 19.
Okay.
Okay.
Brings us to Reverie.
I like where I'm at.
Alright. You want to do anything while you're there?
No, somebody else is going to eat me.
Fair enough.
But by the way, Spirit Guardians is up, so Moonbeam is gone.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to delete it. I don't know if it deletes something.
Yeah, we'll just keep it up. No, you can delete it if you wanted to, but I'll just keep it on the map.
Let's move it.
Who knows? Because why not? Corvus, again, no valid targets. Anything you want to do with the Corvus?
Nope, we're good.
Brings us to Nargo.
Loads rifle with malicious intent. So lizard guy is on the ground. He's tied up. He's kind of been neutralized as a threat. This guy just got teleported onto my ship.
Yep.
So let's make him not be a threat either. I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
This will be with sharpshooter.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 25 points of damage.
Damn.
Amazing.
And again, that one is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That is 18 points of damage.
All right. Anything else?
Bonus action. RB will release the grapple on the lizard because if he's tied up, it's not really necessary. And gonna turn around and whack this guy.
All right.
That is at least above a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That will be 9 points of force damage.
All right.
That is it for me.
Yuki.
Yuki will join Arby in smacking around that guy with some Artemits.
All right.
Is so helpful. All right, that's an 18 plus 9.
That hits.
That is sadly 7 points of damage for the first attack. Oh wait, gauntlet. 11 points of damage.
You have 6 hit points left.
Yay!
What would you like to do to him?
Murder him.
Take his head off. Yeah,
No,
right in the face.
It's been such a long.
Just
week.
remember, friends, this is the one who believes in balance.
It's literally been. I think Yuki.
I don't think
is,
Yuki has ever believed in balance anytime it comes to a fight.
No,
I think he's
because
better balanced without a head.
I think Yuki is focusing on the lizard person because he tried to do that bullshit that she was able to not get hit by, but she kind of knows that he's able to do some bullshit. So she turns around after seeing Arby like whack this guy. She's gonna look at this guy and say, "We don't need you alive. We have him." And she's just gonna stab him like in the fucking kidneys and drop him and turn back around to the lizard guy to make sure
Okay.
he doesn't pull it bullshit.
Does anyone have comprehend languages?
Narco has the helm, doesn't she?
Let me read the detect thoughts thing.
We have detect thoughts, but I don't know if anyone has comprehend languages.
Oh. Mm.
So I think from reading this, you don't
Reverie
have
does.
to share a language with the creature to read their thoughts. But the creature must at least speak one language and, have an intelligence of at least like 4.
Reverie has comprehend languages.
that works too. Although the problem with comprehend languages is that it's only, and with detect thoughts too, is that it's one way. You can decipher what they are saying, but it doesn't help you with communicating back.
Yeah.
So Yuki, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I don't think so. No.
No.
Wait. I don't
What
know
is
if
that?
it'll help. No. Yeah, just watch him growling.
All right. Replenish your temp HP. Ren, is there anything you wish to do? If Ren is talking, Ren is muted.
Back! Ren will again look at the fishy folk and say, stay.
God. This time you see kind of shakes his head out, just kind of growls at you. You don't get the impression that he's gonna stay.
Ooh, if you do not stay, my friend might have to deal with you.
Yuki will just growl.
Is there anything
This
else?
is for your protection. And turn.
Professor, anything you're looking to do?
Oh, all the excitement's over here. 35. Are we trying to capture that one?
Seeing
All
as
he
the
is
rest
missing
of
is a
them,
bow.
seeing as the rest of them have been dispatched, thought we may want to ask this one questions before we end his life as well.
I do not believe that is an effective way of interrogation if we tell them that they are going to die.
Yuki will look at Ren and go, he can try to convince us otherwise. I am open to discussion.
Just kind of wrinkles up his nose. He's like, what do you want me to do to it? Do you want me to attack him?
He will just shrug.
He calls out, and he just says, if you jump off this ship, the second you hit that water, you're a dead man. And I will hold an action for if he jumps off the ship.
Do you think that was effective?
He shrugs. We'll see.
Lizard Folk calls back and says, "You can try!" And will try to break out of the rope.
DC 16 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh! So did not break out of the rope. Also failed the wisdom save.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yuki looks at him and says, you should really just stop.
So as he says try, he just hears an echo of a whisper saying, try, try, try. And there's multiple spiritual hands grabbing at him as it says that, and he can't get out of the rope because they're holding him in place. And he takes 18 points of radiant damage.
I told you to stay for your own protection.
You really should make better choices if you want to survive.
Essentially, he's still effectively grappled by the rope.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Speed
He's
0.
Restrained. Spent his action to try and break out. Did not work.
Did not work. Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing else he's got.
Nope.
Jade.
Did you take his 18 points of radiant damage?
Yes, it did.
Cool.
Jade, he's
Jade is
clearly
the-
struggling to break free.
Jade is going to float this way, and as he's restrained, she's going to reach out and touch his head with both hands, just wrap around, and she's going to cast memory on him. And I will That's just a fun thing for me to do. There's no save against that. Let's see if I can hit him.
Uh-huh.
I hope that hits him because that's a dirty 20.
Well, I think you do have advantage on this attack, actually.
Oh, cool. Still dirty 20.
I mean, yeah, 20's
Yeah,
gonna hit.
that hit?
Yeah.
Cool. So, that's going to be... That's going to be 25 points of necrotic damage as wounds start opening up all over his body.
This lizard folk screeches as you see these invisible wounds start opening up. Slashes and cuts and scrapes and bites from years of a life hard lived are just opening themselves back up under Jade's spell.
And as she's doing that, just silver bleeds into her eyes.
Anything
And
else
she's
for you?
just floating over the side of the ship, holding him. That's all she's doing. That's the end of her turn.
Reverie.
It's only this one dude left.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm staying put.
Okay. Corvus is a ship. Nargo.
The Corvus is a ship! Ship
Uh,
gets no opinion,
ship,
it just wants to keep
ship.
going.
The ship, the ship.
Floating, 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 go.
I'm a warship and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I sail all day. Nako's just gonna hop over here. She's just gonna knock on the cabin door. Like, is that you, Reverie?
Yeah.
Nako's going to open the door. She is soaked with seawater. Not very happy about that. Sees that Reverie is largely okay. We're gonna make that slightly more okay. Gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
Just opens the door and stabs Reverie with a needle.
Cling.
I mean, she like takes a minute and kind of like looks Reverie up and down and is like,
Take 1 point of damage.
hold still, and then yes, stabs her with a needle. But you get 12 points of healing back.
I will take it.
Alright. Anything
Yep, and
for Arby?
yeah, this the subject is resisting arrest. Darby's gonna punch him.
With advantage.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. That will be 25 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
With the advantage. For 8 points of force damage.
Alright. Anything else?
Just further block all possible avenues of running away. That's just about it.
Okay. Yuki?
Seeing that this lizard person is starting to resist and it is not going to go well, I think Yuki is going to lean in close to him, and she's going to take her claw gauntlet and kind of put it under his, like by his throat, under his chin. Say, "Will you answer our questions, or shall we continue to dispatch you?"
Lizard Folk looks right at you in the eyes and says, "There are 2 ways for me off of this ship. One of them is over the edge, and the other is whatever you will do with me. I will not speak."
Yuki sighs. Well, Xiao Mao did say that other people are allowed to Speak their truth and live their truth. And if that is your truth, and you believe that is your right decision, then may whoever you serve have mercy on your soul, and we're gonna murder Mitsum.
All attacks with advantage.
Cool. Okay, that is 21.
Hits. I'm not gonna lie. This guy's AC is 11, so
That's cool.
it's not gonna. It's not gonna.
So let's see. That is 12, 16 points of damage for the first attack.
Okay.
What's his AC?
11.
11.
Perfect. I fucking rolled a 2 plus 9. That's 11.
Yep. There you go.
Woo! That is 6, 7, 8. Another 12 points for the second attack. I got 1 key point left. She'll take a nap after. We're gonna just finish this guy off and be done.
All right.
So that is a 15 plus modifier, so that hits. It's 3, 9, 14 points.
Okay.
Second one. 16. Yeah, 16 plus modifier, that hits. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for the second attack.
How you want to finish this guy off?
I think Yuki is just gonna. Oof. Mm. I think she's just gonna just punch him, just right in the face, and just punch his lights out. I think. Nothing, no frills, just getting the fucking job done.
You punch him in the face so hard that your fist goes through his face and out the back of his head.
Jesus.
Pull your hand back, and all that's left is a lifeless husk of a lizard folk that drops dead to the deck. And with that,
That is
all of
unfortunate.
your enemies have been cleared. The coast is clear. Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Yuki's gonna
Cool.
look around the lizard folk and say, "Did I get you, Jade? Are you all right?" If Jade is talking, she is muted.
Jade's just gonna look at her as she lets go of the head, like she was holding on to him, and just drops the body on the ground. And she's still floating over the side, and she says, "I'm fine," and she's gonna leave to go find Reverie.
We will keep the spellcaster. We will need an intact mouth to use Speak with Dead later. Let us give them some time, though, to forget that we are their enemies.
Sounds like a wise choice. Is everyone all right?
Tickety boo.
Is that a yes?
Yes, I'm fine. Are you fine? You look like you barely broke a sweat out there.
Yuki's gonna look at her paws and her gauntlet that's just like covered in lizard blood and goo, and she's gonna say, "It's not mine. I'm all right."
Good, good. Ren, you good?
Assessment. Yuki, you are positively radiant. Addendum. That was a serious comment, not flirting.
Yuki will smile at Arby and say, "Yes, something definitely is happening."
I seem to be alright, Professor. Do you require additional healing?
Nah, keep your. I'll sleep it off. I'll be fine.
Very well.
Jade's going to get to Narco and to Reverie and see that they're both okay. Narco's wet. When did that happen? I don't recall any water getting on the ship. And she's just going to reach out to hug them both while her spirit guardians are just floating around them for the next few seconds and separating the three of them from the rest of the ship. Are you both okay? Narco, why are you wet?
Whitclaw was attempting to make a getaway, and I did not want him to have the opportunity.
Did you get him?
America just nods up to the upper deck, where the body is in a pool of its own blood. Yeah.
Good. Good. Reverie, are you okay?
I think I've been eaten more times than anyone should in one lifetime.
You did get swallowed twice by the duck. You look much better though than when you first got on the ship.
Yeah, thanks to Narco. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just eyes very wide and silver.
Narco's going to give Jade a little bit of healing poke as well.
Oh, thank you.
Alright. Well, I think we can agree that we did the right thing in trying to be helpful to what appear to be stranded sailors. Not happy to find out Leviathan got wind of the bounty, because that's a lot of pirates.
People are very disappointing.
Well, one of Whitclaw's gang got away. Here's hoping that any message is spread convinces some others not to try their luck.
Do you really think Leviathan is coming?
Leviathan itself is a big mechanical ghost ship that does whatever it wants. I don't think it cares. The many pirates who call Leviathan home, depending on how much gold is being offered, I'm sure that more than a few would be interested. Whitclaw would probably jump at the chance regardless, just because he holds a grudge. But as to anyone else, who knows?
Should we contact the Summer Queen? She's supposed to control that place. Maybe she can stop them.
We'd more or less be calling up the Queen to say, hey, can you get the pirates to not be pirates for a while? That may be a tall ask and would almost certainly require us striking some sort of bargain with her.
Is a bargain better than running from lots and lots of pirates?
Well, if we manage to get to Eldroth and cancel the bounty, that would accomplish it too. That was one of the major reasons we chose that as our main point of interest to strike first.
That's true. But the bounty's already out. How are they going to know that it's rescinded?
Ideally through whatever channels got the word of the bounty out so fast in the first place.
Hope so.
If you would still rather contact the Summer Queen and try and strike a deal with her, by all means. I just don't want to do that myself.
Why?
Don't know exactly what her opinion of me personally is after trying to stay neutral in the whole temerity situation.
I think she's going to be angry.
Angry might be a strong word, but not quite so charitable as she was when we visited her the first time. And she was happy to set us up with a rest and magical equipment because she had something she wanted that we could provide. In this scenario, we would be coming as the petitioner, and that puts leverage in her favor. Sorry, I'm letting my business training start to creep in here.
I just don't want Reverie to get attacked by pirates again.
Well, if it's not pirates, it's probably just going to be somebody else. So
Because at least if we have one place, we can be safe.
Mr. Whitclaw strode into battle astride one of the void birds. So I think it's safe to say that there was cultist influence involved in this, and we probably would have been struck by some agents they had propped up regardless.
You're not wrong. I mean, except now they probably know we're on the way. But they don't know where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the one that got away follows us somehow and tells them.
Well, all they'll be able to tell them is that we're heading towards Avro. He doesn't know where on Avro we're landing. I was very careful not to tell them that.
Jade just nods, but she doesn't look very convinced. What do you want to do, Reverie?
at the moment, rest.
Yeah. We can go to your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps. I don't know if we should contact the Summer Queen or not, but the idea did cross my mind.
Well, we're okay for right now. So maybe we just rest first, and we'll all talk about it together later.
Okay.
She's gonna kiss Nariko on the cheek. I'm gonna go watch Reverie.
You guys rest. I'm gonna keep watch up on deck.
Be safe. And she's gonna go with Reverie to her room.
As the adrenaline from the from the fight kind of dies down, Professor, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Give me a D100. All right. Professor, as the adrenaline starts to wear down, you start getting this idea in your head
It's
that
like a
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I'm going to make a lightning rod.
the current plan to head to Elgroff should not be deterred from by any means. Um, you have an instinctual knowledge that something that you are looking for, something that you desperately need, something that's going to solve and answer all of your questions is in Elgroff. And that there should be no deviation from this path. In the meantime, for the next for the next 60, for the next 60 hours, so for the next 2.5 days, you are going to have uh, uncontrollable tremors or tics that vary in intensity and effect.
Oh.
So
Well,
like
that's not good.
it's not like constant, but it's the kind of thing where every once in a while maybe you get like a restless leg, and you're like bouncing your knees, or maybe like you get like this weird like wink, in your face. Your fingers twitch from time to time, like that sort of thing.
Like that nervous energy tapping
Yeah,
that people get?
yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Psychomotor
Like that
agitation.
restless tapping.
ADHD.
Ren, what are you
Ren
rolling
got a
for?
natural 20 on determining that that is a fucking trap, so it's a fucking trap.
It's a fucking trap.
Yep. Sat there and said, is this a trap? And it said nat 20. I'm like, it is a fucking trap.
Well, you can't hear Professor's intrusive thoughts, but I'll say that we can count that 20 on like an insight check or something. Professor is definitely like driven by something. There's something on his mind that's going on. Something a little fucky's happening inside that noggin.
I sense a disturbance in the force. There is a fucking trap about. I can't do
Where?
a damn thing about it, but it's there.
You're the only one who could do something about it.
What do you want me to do about intrusive thoughts?
Cleanse him. Remove void.
Yeah, I'm not doing that without his permission.
Yuki, with your detect thoughts, you just kind of you hear. Well, actually, I'll leave it up to you, Professor. What would your surface thoughts be at this moment?
I think if he all of a sudden has this intrusive thought that we need to get there, nothing can stand in our way. We have to do this. I cannot let anyone or anything stop us. That is right at the surface. And if somebody's listening to his thoughts just like casually, it will be out of nowhere, just turned on.
Why would Yuki detect thoughts right now?
I think looking like she's right in front of Professor, so I think kind of seeing his face change and seeing like him seem preoccupied and not acting his normal chipper self, I think she'd be concerned that, I don't know, see what's happening, see what's going on. Maybe he's not okay from the fight. Maybe he is hurt. As she was fighting the guys on the deck, there were void fucking is happening. Is something happened with that? I think there's a lot of questions that Yuki would have. But why he might not be acting like Professor.
5,000 gold. We should turn ourselves in.
No.
That is only 3 cannons. That is not enough.
No.
Why are you staring at me like that?
I'd like to know why he has to be the adult in this group. I died once. Why do I have to babysit all y'all?
Professor, are you sure you're feeling all right?
I'm not trying to hide any of these things, right, Joe? These are just things that are happening.
So, like, the nervous tics are stuff that's just kind of like happening to you. You can try to suppress them if you like, but it's not going to work out very well. The only other thing, like I said, that's going on is just these, this compulsion of thoughts that's going through your head about, needing to get to Elgroth.
I'm okay. I think. He kind of shakes his hand a bit. It's like, I don't know when that started, but I think the answers that I'm looking for are in Elgroth. I know we're already going there, but I mean, I really think that what I'm looking for is there. What we're looking for is there. I don't know why or how. I just, with sudden clarity of mind, that the answers to all of this are there.
I recognize there is something fucky, but I cannot determine what that fucky thing is.
Professor, for some reason, just seems to be a man on a mission right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not healthy, but that's also not completely out of character. He does find himself driven to do incredibly stupid things.
Maybe a lot.
Since I have been on a mission to do this from the start.
Incredibly stupid things? Yes, I've seen.
And the stupid things have a track record of yielding positive results. I have not gotten myself or anyone else hurt as a result of it.
I'm sorry, how much lightning damage did you take?
Not enough to be a problem.
Oh,
Not enough to get to the campaign.
Not enough to learn a lesson.
Those were not magical clouds.
What about those small little trees that you brought to life?
Did we learn something from it?
Yes, stop going out with you at night.
And we learned the limitations and the extent of the reach of this corruption. I think the end justifies the means.
No.
I think you'll find the more you hang out with me and the more you learn about science is that
The more my blood pressure goes up.
and the more ends are justified by more means. You don't.
Just some ridiculous considering I'm mostly made out of bone. Remarkable, honestly.
In the
That's a
ocean.
scientific effect we should study.
See 3 little tentacles pop out of Professor's pocket, offer Professor Yuki and Ren all strawberries.
Yuki will take a strawberry.
How the hell did you get in there?
Jeffrey's always with you.
Ren's insight checking Jeffrey. Is this an honest strawberry attempt? Or is there something devious here?
It's a fucky strawberry.
He seems really excited to offer it to you.
Ren will very discerningly take the strawberry and carefully place it within his mouth, evaluating it for any void corruption that might be passed on to him.
Wait. You don't actually see Jeffrey. You just see a tentacle coming out of the professor's coat pocket offering you a strawberry. You're just going to take it and eat it?
Yep.
Well, is it the right color to be Jeffrey?
Yep.
I insight checked
That
it to make sure it was Jeffrey.
That
If
seems
it
a little
seems
racist.
like a Jeffrey and looks like a Jeffrey and offers strawberries like a Jeffrey, I'm going to assume it's a Jeffrey.
Right.
It's Jeffrey. It's Jeffrey.
Yeah, Yuki 100% just took the strawberry and started eating it. Like, no hesitation whatsoever.
Jeffrey's just loaning himself in Professor's pockets. There's this like bunch of little tiny Jeffreys running around.
That makes sense.
Joke's on you. You don't know what a kitsune anatomy is.
Today I learned that
Something's
kitsune are like
it's a carp.
kangaroos. They have a small pouch for their joey.
I mean, they're Jeffrey.
You hope it's tentacles.
Eyebrow wiggle.
Um,
Anyways, does the strawberry corrupt me with void magic?
no, it does not corrupt you.
Very well.
Corrupt you with flavor.
Questionable at best.
It is like a burst of flavor in your mouth.
It is slightly tart.
All right. Well, we are at 11 o'clock. Do you guys have anything else you would like to wrap up from this day before getting before kind of heading down to rest? I will say, you can spend some time on the deck, take a look around. The coast is clear. Nothing else will approach the ship for the remainder of the day. So you do have that kind of going for you. So, is there anything that you would like to wrap up as we finish out this day, or if it's anything that specific you want to do, we can pick this up on next session instead. Unless you guys just kind of want to just relax and kind of recover. In which case you'll all get your long rest this evening.
Yeah, I think he just wants to get cleaned up and take a nap.
Jade's just gonna stay with Reverie the whole time.
Recovery seems wise.
All right. Well, I'll ask again at the beginning of next session, just in case there is anything that anyone would like to resolve before this day comes to a close. Otherwise, we'll pick up with the remainder of our journey toward the continent of Avril next week.
Woo!
Well, I think we would probably, with the crew's help, just like gather the bodies and go through all their stuff.
So Narco did find on Whitclaw. She did find another copy of the Bounty Nose, which is the same one that you found on the orcs from the river encounter. Exactly the same though. Like there's no different wording or anything like that. It's almost like there was a carbon copy of it made, and at this point it is pretty, it has some pretty outdated information on it, but it's still basically the same thing. Other than that, Narco got 200 gold pieces off of Whitclaw. Off of the rest of them, you get some other stuff too. Among the rest of them, you'll get a total of 130 gold pieces and various coinage and small value gems. No gem being more than like 20 gold.
Reminder that I am not here the next week.
Oh, that's right. Next week we're with
Temple of Doom one shot.
I'm down.
Cool. Cup.
Fiery Temple of Shivalva.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Listen, we can't die in here. I pinky swore that we wouldn't.
So, Joe and Noah, if you will be joining us for that, have some characters ready.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm excited. I will ask for nominations this evening, although I think I will certainly give an MVP to Professor.
Professor!
Yes.
Yeah.
For the rod.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For use
Rod's
of the rod
hilarious.
and repeated uses of the command spell to get the duck to spit Reverie out, which was just
Yeah,
amazing.
that was great. That was
Yep.
Good
freaking
effort,
great.
man.
Oh yeah, I also went back to get my rod.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you're not leaving that suspended in midair for sure.
Just a ship comes up out of just can't see it, just crashes into it, it sinks. Everyone's like, why does ships keep sinking in this area? No one knows.
just
And that's
And
what the
you move
Bermuda
on.
Triangle formed.
cleaves all the
I
masts
think
right
that
in
makes
half.
more sense.
I also
Oh,
thought
God.
like a really good job was with Ren tonight. I thought Ren did fantastic with like the freeze, just keep using command on people, and then with the thorn whip,
And
I think Ren was fantastic tonight.
yeah, Ren did a great job with the first one to cast the command to give Professor the idea. the Thorn
Mhm.
Whip to get the cleric off of the duck so that it could stop counterspelling, like getting the spamming the command on the other guys that were up there, healing Reverie the last time, before she got swallowed by the duck.
Yeah.
Then Yuki just kind of taking care of everybody on the deck so that we could all focus on saving Reverie.
Yuki was crowd
because
control.
between Yuki and RB on the crowd control on the deck was just insanity.
I was gonna say I definitely had an assist from Arby. That was not all Yuki,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It wasn't all you, but like the fact that you just held your own against 3 pirates, like
Haha.
up on the deck,
That was
great.
beautiful.
Murder them.
Narco jumping off the deck to go after Whitclaw so that he
That
couldn't
was
get
pretty
away
cool.
Oh, that
was
Yeah.
pretty great. Reverie going, oh, he's got counterspell, counterspell that counterspell.
That was awesome. This
That was
guy
also fun.
counterspell.
And then also hiding for half of the fight because I'm not getting eaten again. That was such a Reverie thing to do and the smartest thing to be done at that point in time.
Yeah, that was fair.
Mhm.
She got eaten twice.
Yes, she
This is
did.
like the third
Big
thing that
talent,
tried to
man.
kill her.
Oh my gosh! You know, I think I do want to give a roleplay award to Reverie for that for sure.
Yeah.
Fair.
That was awesome. that guy
Professor and Reverie.
counterspell.
How fun is that? I have counterspell too. And then the counterspell wild magic gave her an extra action that she
Yeah.
could use.
That
Which was really
awesome.
just lucky dice rolls, but still it was really cool.
The dice tell a story.
Mhm.
And sometimes that story is fuck this guy in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm locking it in.
Woo. Very cool. And we will be getting our long rest.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I already took it, so I hope so.
Oh no, level up, right? Didn't you say something about a level
Oh,
up
did I
earlier?
say that?
Yeah,
No, I didn't
no.
need to. So no.
Oh,
Sorry.
I tried, Ben.
I can't level up
I
now. You'll
mean-
be here next week.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
it's actually
this-
not far off.
It
good.
really seems like I should have had access to banishment in this fight. That's all I'm saying.
You know what's funny
It'll be more
is that
fun.
not for the first time this fight, I looked to see if I had banishment, and I knew I did, but I looked anyway. Cause I'm like, did I take that? No, not yet. Not on this fight. And not this character either, but still. Let's just send someone home for a little while. I also thought I took counterspell, but I did not.
I keep
Same.
thinking that I took silvery barbs and I did not.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Thank goodness for the professor.
It only used up all of my first level slots.
But those were so clutch.
Okay, I was using all mine too. It was a good time.
I used all of my higher level slots, and I touched none of my first levels.
I used all of my key points for the first time.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things were forcing a lot of saves on us tonight.
Hmm. Used all my key points.
I think I used one spell slot, and that was the Cure Wounds on Reverie after I was back on the ship.
Worth it.
I was kind of keeping Shield and Absorb elements in reserve in case I needed them to stay alive, especially when jumping after Whitclaw.
I am so surprised you found him.
That was pretty impressive.
Because
He rolled.
I would not, I would have been like, nope, and he noped the fuck out, and he's
I
gone.
did.
He rolled a pretty good check to try to hide, as he was swimming away, but Narco's perception check beat it. Caught onto the blood trail.
My first thought was that he had gone invisible somehow. That's why I popped Detect Thoughts first thing. So after that, I didn't get anything there. I was like, oh, he must have like an innate swim speed and fucking booked it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do this the hard way.
Well, much like Yuki, Allie must take a nap. She is sleepy.
Sleeps are
So-
important.
I am gonna go to bed. Good night, guys.
Good
Night.
night.
Have a good night.
Good night, love you.
Love you.
I'm gonna go pet Shuffle too. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
I love you. Why do I have vestments? It's just regular adventuring gear. I just have vestments.
Probably came with your
Came with my
the
adventuring
items
pack.
that came with your background.
Yeah.
If you took like a what is it, prayer kit or like one of the starting kits.
Honestly, have no idea. It just says adventuring gear. I don't know where it came from.